A big night tonight on the show, of course, joined by Perrin Johnson, which is always exciting. But also, former Cat Twany Beckham is in studio. Twany, welcome to the show.
Thank you, thank you.
Newly graduated, too. Congratulations on the education now. On to the next part of life. Is it scary being out of college? I remember being terrified.
Yeah, it's scary, man. It's like everything hit you at one time. It's like when I walked across that stage on graduation day, and I woke up the next day, I'm like, dang, what am I gonna do?
Yeah.
Like, and now this is like every day of the week, you waking up like ain't no class, ain't no basketball practice to go to. It's like all hit me at one time.
Yeah, I remember, we talked before, I was the first person in my family to graduate college, and I was so excited to go across that stage. All my friends blew it off, but I was like, you have to do that. And I know there were cool pictures of you out in front of William T. Young and everything. You do the whole ceremony, everything, Perrin?
Yeah, I didn't like it because my initial is J for my last name, so I'm in the middle, so I had to wait for A, B, and to go all the way down. But I mean, my mom and dad, they wanted me to do it. My mom came, my dad came from California, so I really had no choice. So, I mean, but it was a good thing I got done. So.
Yeah, and of course, congratulations. You look back at your career at Kentucky, of course, it didn't end probably the way any of you guys wanted it, but you had a national championship, lots of excitement there. What sticks out to you about your time at Kentucky? How are you going to remember your time as a Wildcat?
I just remember, it helped me grow as a man. When I transferred from the University of Mississippi State, I didn't know really what to expect when I joined the UK basketball team. Coach Cal from day one told me that nothing was guaranteed and everything you was going to get, you had to work for. And that was my mindset from day one. I went in there, worked really hard, and over the years I had a bunch of great teammates who embraced me from day one. The coaching staff embraced me. And I just enjoyed it, man. Like I said, I came to work hard every day. I enjoyed the time having my teammates, the games we won, winning the national championship. And, this year being as rough as it was, it still taught me a lot. Like me going through my back injuries and all that just allowed me to sit back and just look at life at a whole different perspective and made me just be thankful, just be able to be the first person in my family to graduate. All that means a lot to me.
And you're from Louisville, of course, the city of Louisville. Was there any, when you went to Kentucky, trash talk? I know Perrin, of course, he's a Louisville guy. We friendly trash talk back and forth, but did you get friends, family, like, come on, man, Wildcat, what are you thinking?
It's pretty funny because, like, a lot of my family members are Kentucky fans. Okay. So when I went to Kentucky, it just made their decision a lot easier. I got friends that are some Louisville fans, and it's just funny just to trash talk back and forth. And I never knew that the rivalry was that serious until I became a part of it. When the big game comes up, Louisville, UK, it's a lot of trash talking, a lot of people saying this and that, and it's hard when you in the situation and you play to not get caught up in it. Right. When you see Twitter, Facebook, and everybody saying who's gonna win, everybody predicting, and you got family members and friends calling you about this and that, and what do you think is gonna happen? It's just hard not to get caught up in it, and you got to remain focused on your team and to not get caught up and just pay attention to what the goal is and go in there to win the game.
Especially when Louisville fans start talking now they've actually won something, right? Now they won't shut up now, right?
Hey, it's funny. We've known each other for some years, so I'm gonna play nice today. I'm not gonna say nothing. We all know about what happened this year, obviously, so I'm just gonna leave that alone.
But and you bring up a good point because between the teams and fans get so into it. The players, though, tend to get along. We've talked to Peyton Siva at the Derby parties, and he'd say he's looking forward to hanging out with Nerlens Noel, seeing him over the summer. I mean, there's more of a bond, I guess, between college basketball players, right, than the team rivalry that goes into it.
I mean, you can say that. I mean, at the end of the day, we all have seen each other along the way before we even came to college, at high school, at camps, and so forth. So you establish relationships before you even come to college. So now when you get to college, I mean, I'm sure Twany will tell you, like when you're in that rivalry, he didn't like Louisville. I'm sure he didn't. And when I was playing, I didn't like Kentucky by any means. Yeah. But now that you get older and things start to change, you look at things a little bit different. Yeah, you don't want the other side to win, but at the end of the day, it's at the end of the day, you understand basketball and what it is to you and your friends.
Do you, Twany, Coach Cal, there's a perception. Everybody, when they leave the program, talk about, all the wonderful things he does as a person on top of being a great basketball coach. But nationally, there's a different perception. And even today, the USA Today, there's an article where other coaches are recruiting Jahlil Okafor saying negative things. What would you tell people about Calipari, like just the person as you got to know him as a coach, but as well as just a person?
Just besides him as being a coach, he's a great person. And like you say, when you come to Kentucky, it's a player-first program. So, everything is that he does and the coaching staff does is first involved around the players. And that's one thing I saw when I got there. Coach Cal is, a big guy, a big coach to the whole world. But, when you get to know Coach Cal personally and one-on-one, he cares all about his players. He's has his staff in extra late in the gym, helping us get better. You know, everything he wants to do is to see us do good and just have that opportunity to, you know, like you said, graduate. Or when you come to Kentucky, you're either going to graduate with a degree or you're going to be a pro. And I feel like with a lot of players that come to UK, that's their main goal. Like my goal changed. You know, once I've always wanted to be a professional basketball player, but like I say, with my injuries, you know, I just had to focus more on schoolwork. And like I said, my major is communications. And then Coach Cal and the staff and all the academic people really focused and helped me on get my degree and focus on helping me in my studies. And it wasn't more of just so Coach Cal, me not being able to contribute on the basketball side and them leaving me alone and forgetting about me. And so I thank Coach Cal for that.
Yeah, and it's amazing, and I know you say the same things about Coach Pitino, how close that bond is. I think in his time, the national championship season is what people point at and say the bond between that team was extra tight. What was it like for the players in that locker room? Because everybody, you know, even media members that were up close a little bit, still outsiders to what happens in that locker room. What was that run to the national championship like and that bond between that team?
It was great, man. Like, we were so close, man. We were like brothers. You know, from day one, when we all came to summer school, you know, we all came together and said, we're going to win the national championship. We're not going to let any outside sources interfere with us. You know, we were so close. Like, that summer, you know, we went back to batting cages together. We went to the movies together. And throughout the season, you know, Coach Cal did a good job of planting that seed with us on the road when we had, you know, like a late game the next night, maybe like a 9 p.m. game. Yeah. The night before, you know, we would go to the movies. You know, we would all go to the movies and just focus and just trying to relax our mind. And it helped us. In the hotel, we all stayed together. He didn't really let too many people come within us. And it helped us a lot.
You know, Cal talked about that some today, and we'll get to his comments later about that. He said maybe we'll do movies because they're going to try to chase the championship again this year. How important is that chemistry off the court, Perrin, when you're building a team that is going to compete at a high level for a championship?
I mean, what he's saying is exactly what we used to do. So it's kind of funny to kind of look back at being an old timer.
You guys aren't all that different. I mean, Louisville, Kentucky, old man, young man.
I'm old already? That's okay. I'll take that. I don't have an AARP card yet, but I'm getting there. I understand that. But with that being said, you know, we went to the movies together. When we went to the mall, we did most of our shopping together, which kind of sucked because if you found a shirt and there's one left, somebody got to before you did, you were just stuck. But at the same time, you know, those are times that you don't get back, and you'll know this as you'll get older, that when you love the little stuff, it's the locker room talk, let's all go eat somewhere together, you know, stuff like that. That's the main thing. I miss those times. I don't miss the arena so much or playing. I don't miss, you know, I obviously don't miss the running, right. But with that being said, I just miss hanging out with the guys on a day-to-day basis and just having a great day every single day.
Before we go to the break, how's your back? How's your health? Everything? You good to go?
My back is doing really, really good. A couple of days ago, I went and saw my doctor, and he said I'm free to do whatever I want. So I'm thankful for that.
Yeah, and so you better watch out, Perrin. I saw him size you up when he came in here.